Good morning, children. In today's session, I'm going to take class for 7th standard science, that is term 3 portion, unit 5, animals in daily life. In the previous class, we have started, children. We have learned about animals producing the food, then clothing. Then now we are going to see the silk. About silk, we are going to continue the class now, children. Silk, okay? Have you ever attended marriage functions? What type of dresses of bride and bridegrooms wear? What is it made up of? So we are going to the marriage functions. So bridegrooms, that is bride. Who is bride? So girl, okay, getting ready for the marriage. She is wearing clothes made of silk. Okay, silk sarees. Mostly silk sarees avanga wear பண்ணுவாங்க இல்லையா? So silk is a secretion of silk moth. So and the silk எங்கேந்து வருது? From the silk moth. Okay, silk is secreted from the silk moth. And silk is obtained from the cocoon of silkworms. Silk is obtained from the cocoon of silkworms. Okay, cocoon is obtained from the silk is obtained from the cocoon of the silkworms, and which feed on the mulberry leaves. Feed na avanga saapidradhu. Seriya, what do they eat? They eat mulberry leaves. Okay, silkworm feed on the mulberry leaves. Silkworms lives only for a very short time. So they live for a very short time. Okay, they live for a very short time. Only for about how many months? 2 months. For about 2 months they live for a 2 months. Then during this period they pass through 4 stages. So they live only for a very short time. ரொம்ப கொஞ்ச நாளைக்கு தான் அவங்க உயிரோட இருப்பாங்க. For example, like 2 months. So அந்த 2 monthsல அவங்க என்னென்ன stages வந்து அவங்க பாஸ் பண்றாங்கன்னா, like the 4 stages I said. 4 stages like eggs, caterpillars, cocoon, and adult moth. All these are the 4 stages they pass through their life cycle. Okay, what and all I said? Eggs, caterpillar, cocoon, and the adult. Okay, now these stages are called as a life cycle of a silkworm. That is life cycle of silkworm. These 4 stages are called as a life cycle of a silkworm. So what and all comes under the life cycle? Eggs, caterpillars, cocoon, and the adult. Now the cultivation and production of silk. So how do they cultivate and how the silk is produced? Okay, silk is produced is known as a sericulture. So what is sericulture? So what is sericulture? Cultivation and production of silk is called sericulture. So what is sericulture, children? Cultivation and production of silk. An adult female lays about 500 eggs. So female, how many eggs she lays? About 500 eggs adult female lays. And the eggs are then kept in a cold storage for 6 weeks. They are kept in the cold storage for how many weeks? For 6 weeks. Okay, they are kept in the cold place for about 6 weeks. And then the eggs are placed in the incubator. Now where they are kept? These eggs are kept in the incubator. So where do these eggs are kept? They are kept in the incubator. Now after about 10 days, after keeping it in the incubator, after 10 days. So after 10 days. So after 10 days what happens? After 10 days the eggs hatch out. That is the young ones come out. Okay, that is eggs hatch. Eggs hatch out. And what happens? And the larvae spend the next 35 days eating mulberry leaves. Now the larvae comes out. Okay, eating the mulberry leaves. So the larvae eats mulberry leaves for how many days I said? Yes, 35 days. For about 35 days these larvae eat mulberry leaves. So do you understand, children? This is the life cycle of a silkworm. That is silk is produced, gets from the silk moth, and silk is obtained from the cocoon of the silkworms, and these silkworms feed on the mulberry leaves. Mulberry leaves, and they live only for a very short time. So how many months I said? 2 months. And in this 2 months they undergo about 4 stages, and that 4 stages is called as a life cycle of silkworm. So what are the 4 stages? Eggs, caterpillars, cocoons, and the adult moth. So all these 4 stages comes under the life cycle of a silkworm. Now what is sericulture? So sericulture is cultivation and production of silk. Cultivation and production of silk is known as a sericulture. Now the female adult, lays about how many eggs? 500 eggs. After laying these eggs, what happens? They are kept in the cold storage, cold place for about how many weeks? 6 weeks. And after 6 weeks, they are kept in the incubator. So in this 10 days, after keeping it in the incubator, after 10 days, what happens? The eggs hatch out. Incubator nurture or 10 நாளுக்கு அப்புறம் என்ன ஆகுது? These eggs hatch out, and what it comes out? The larvae comes out of it. And this larvae eats its mulberry leaves for about how many days? 35 days. Now do you understand this, children? Now see, the first they have given, which came first, the silkworm or the egg, they have asked. Now first the eggs. The eggs hatch as a tiny larvae. This is eggs hatch out. This is a egg, student. These are the eggs. And this hatch out as a tiny larvae. This is a eggs, and this is a larvae. And then the silkworm eats about 50,000 times its initial weight of mulberry leaves and grows. So its initial weight is very less, right? So more than its weight it eats, about 50,000 times more than it weighs, it eats the mulberry leaves and grows. Then next what happens? The silkworm spins a cocoon. A cocoon. That is cocoon. It's fully spins a cocoon. This is called as a cocoon. And then inside the cocoon, the caterpillar changes into a pupa. That is, a larva changes into a, this is a cocoon, here changes into a pupa. What is called as pupa. So this cocoon, inside the cocoon, the larvae changes into pupa. Now the cocoons are boiled, steamed to kill next, then what happens next? These cocoons are boiled or steamed to kill the pupa and loosen and holds the cocoons. Then what do? They keep the cocoons in the boiled water. They keep the cocoons in the boiled water, which holds and loosens the sericin and holds the cocoons. Next what happened? Individual filaments are now. Here individual filaments are separated. Now in the cocoons, the individual cocoons are unraveled, means separated. Then again spun into thread. Here spun into thread. So this is thread. So after boiling the cocoon, they are taking this cocoon and the individual are unraveled, individually separated, and then are spun into thread. Now this thread is woven into fabric. Fabric means clothes. This woven into fabric. Do you understand, children, the life cycle? So the first eggs hatch out, then what do they come? Larva comes out. Then this, after larvae, the cocoon is found. Inside the cocoon, the caterpillar larvae changes into pupa, and this then pupa is kept in a boiled or steamed in a this one. And here the cocoons are individually that is separated, and then it is changed into woven into thread, and then from the thread you can manufacture fabric. Children, did you understand now? Now the silkworms spend about 5 days of producing silk and spinning for a single long day. The cocoons easily, I said, boil to make it easier to unwind the silk. Unwind means to separate the silk and kill the pupa inside. So what happens? The pupa is killed inside. Now if the silkworms are allowed to hatch, the long silk fibers will get turned by the hatching of moth. So instead of that, so what they are doing, they are killing the moth by boiling, pupa by boiling, and then cocoons are unwound and the individual silk filament is reeled together to form a thread large, that is from the pupa thread is formed, and from the thread the fabric is manufactured. Okay children, now we'll see the characteristic features of silk. It is very soft and versatile. It's very comfortable to use and it's very soft and it can easily dye. So we different dyes use pandola, it can be easily dyed, and then it is the strongest natural fiber. So from where we are taking this? From the natural one, silkworm. So this is a nature, yeah. So it's a natural fiber, so it is the strongest natural fiber. It has a poor resistance to sunlight exposure. So sunlight exposure la romba poor resistance irukum, சரியா? Then uses of silk we are going to see. Now silk is a natural beauty. இல்லையா, silk நம்ம வேர் பண்ணாலே அது வந்து நமக்கு ஒரு natural beauty கொடுக்கும். It gives comfort in warm weather and warmth during colder months. ஸோ நம்ம வந்து வார்ம் வெதரில் நமக்கு அது கம்ஃபர்டபுளாகவும் இருக்கும், ப்ளஸ் நம்ம கோல்டர் மந்த்ஸில் வந்து நமக்கு வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும், வார்ம் கொடுக்கும் அது, இல்லையா? It is used in the manufacture of high fashion clothes and it is also used in household. So silk is also used in the household, things like hangings. ஸோ நம்ம வால் டெக்கரேஷன்ஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்கு இல்லையா, வால் ஹேங்கிங்ஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்கு இல்லையா, அதில் யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. தென் கர்டன்ஸ், ஸ்க்ரீன்ஸ் போடுவோம் இல்லையா, அண்ட் கார்பெட்ஸ். இன் ஆல் தீஸ் சில்க் இஸ் யூஸ்ட். இட்ஸ் ஆல்சோ யூஸ் த மேனுஃபேக்சர் ஆஃப் சர்ஜிக்கல் த்ரெட்ஸ் ஃபார் சூச்சர்ஸ். அதாவது நம்ம ஆப்ரேஷன் டைம்லலாம் நான் வந்து அவங்க என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, இந்த த்ரெட்டை வச்சு அவங்க இது பண்ண ஸ்டிச் பண்ணுவாங்க இல்லையா, இந்த இதில் வந்து சர்ஜிக்கல் த்ரெட்ஸை வந்து சில்கில் யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. ஸோ சர்ஜிக்கல் த்ரெட்ஸ் ஃபார் சூச்சர்ஸ் in the silk is used. So not only it's used in the hangings, curtains and the carpets, it's also used in the surgical threads for the sutures. Now do you understand children what are the uses of silk? Next we'll go to the hazards. Hazards means disadvantages. Okay, in silk and wool industry both we are going to see what are the disadvantages. The people who are working in the industries, they are affected. Okay, now hazard is any industry has a potential to cause injury. Injury na adipadradhu, ill health, udam sarilama poradhu, and the property as well as the environment. So what are the hazards we are going to see? First we'll see in the silk industry what are the hazards. Generally the workers in the silk industry, so already I said those who work in the silk industry are affected with arthritis. Arthritis means what? That is knee joints வந்து அந்த போன்ஸ் வந்து தேஞ்சு போகிறது இல்லையா. ஸோ நம்ம கால் நீ இருக்கு இல்லையா, அது வந்து அவங்க எதனால் அவங்களுக்கு இந்த ஆர்த்ரைட்டிஸ் வருது? பிகாஸ் ஸ்டாண்ட் ஃபார் அ லாங் டைம் ரீலிங் த சில்க் இன்டு யான். அந்த சில்கை வந்து அவங்க த்ரெட் ஆக்குறாங்கன்னா அவங்க நின்றுட்டு அந்த வேலையை செய்வாங்க. ஸோ தே ஆர் அஃபெக்டட் பை திஸ். அவங்க எப்படி நின்றுட்டு செய்கிறாங்க இல்லையா, ஸோ த லெக்ஸ் ஆர் அஃபெக்டட் and the knees joints are affected, so that they get this disease called the arthritis. So this knee pain is called as the arthritis, and that bones எல்லாம் தேஞ்சு போகிறது இல்லையா, அதுக்கு என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, arthritis they say. Then they also develop back pain. So அவங்க நின்றுட்டே செய்கிறதுனால not only legs it's affected, even they get the back pain. இடுப்பு வலி வருது இல்லையா, பேக் பெயின் வந்து even they get the back pain and visionary problem. அவங்க அதை பார்த்து செய்யிட்டே இருக்கிறதுனால அவங்க ஐஸுக்கு அஃபெக்ட் ஆகுது, visionary problem and silk skin injuries also. ஸோ அதை வச்சு அவங்க கெமிக்கல்ஸ் எல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணி அதை செய்கிறாங்க. ஸோ even they are getting the skin injuries also. So not only they are standing, they are also getting the back pain, visionary problem as well as the skin injuries. Then similarly hazards in wool industry we are saying. Here the workers are exposed to chemicals, various chemicals and detergents. In the wool industry what they do, they are exposed, they are using is the detergents and the chemicals which causes allergies to the skin. Okay, அவங்க அது யூஸ் பண்ணுறதுனால அவங்க ஸ்கின்க்கு என்ன ஆகுது, அலர்ஜி ஆகுது. So they get infected to anthrax bacterium. So it's one of the disease called the fatal disease called the Sawters disease. It's a fatal dead disease, okay, called as a Sawters disease. Then anthrax is caused by handling contaminated animal hair. அதாவது அந்த அனிமல் ஹேர் அதாவது அதில் வந்து பாய்சனஸ் கண்டாமினேட் ஆயிருந்துச்சுன்னா அதனால அவங்களுக்கு வந்து இது வந்து எஃபெக்ட் ஆகுது. அண்ட் கான்டாக்ட் வித் த லைஃப் ஸ்டாக் மீன் டொமஸ்டிக் அனிமல்ஸ் இல்லையா. ஸோ அதில் அவங்களோட கான்டாக்ட் இருக்கிறது அந்த கண்டாமினேட்டட் அனிமல் ஹேர் இதெல்லாம் கான்டாக்ட் இருக்கும்போது ஆஃப் த லைஃப் ஸ்டாக் த ஹேர் டியூரிங் த ஹேர் ப்ராசஸிங் வாட் ஆர் த diseases they get? The symptoms are fever, then cough, then shortness of breathing, that is அவங்க breathe பண்ணுறதுக்கு கஷ்டமாக இருக்கும். Then sometimes it may lead to vomiting and diarrhea also, vomiting, loose motion இதெல்லாம் உங்களுக்கு இருக்கும். So those who are working in this woolen industry when they are exposed to the chemicals and the detergents, they cause the skin allergies, and this lead to a fatal disease called the Sauter's disease. And when they are exposed to this contaminated animal hair, and when they are doing this during this hair processing, what happens? These are the symptoms they get, like fever, cough, and the shortening of breath. Not only this, vomiting and diarrhea also they are affected. Now, when they are affected with this, what are the treatments we are going to see? Okay, that is penicillin. This is one of the vaccination which is given as the best medicine for the treatment of this anthrax. Then the spread of the disease is controlled by vaccination of animals. So to avoid this disease or to spread this disease, the animals are vaccinated, and by burning the animals' carcasses. Now it's a duty of the employer. அங்கே இருக்கிற ஹெட்டுக்கு அவங்களுக்கு என்ன டியூட்டினா to take care of the workers, those who are working in the industry, and to provide them hygienic and well ventilated workplace. Ventilatedனா நல்லா காத்தும் நல்லா லைட்டும் இருக்கணும். Okay, that is well ventilated and hygienic place they need to avoid the spreaders. Okay, then sericulture and ahimsa silk. Sericulture, what I said, that's the production and cultivation of the silkworm. Now sericulture or silk farming is the cultivation of silkworm for what? To produce silk. Now it's a rearing of silkworms to obtain silk. So sericulture and it's a rearing of the silkworm, that the valakrangalya silkworm to produce silk. Now what is ahimsa silk, children? Ahimsa silk is known as a peace silk. Ahimsa silk, or otherwise called as a peace silk. So ahimsa nale peace da illaya. Ahimsa is known as a peace. In 1992, Kasama Rajaya, a government officer from Andhra state of India, proposed ahimsa way of silk production for the making silks without killing the silkworm. So actually silk produce பண்ணுறது by killing the silkworm சொல்லி அந்த பீப்பாவை அங்கேயே நம்ம கில் பண்ணி அங்கேயும் தான் நம்ம வந்து என்ன பண்ணுறோம், அந்த த்ரெட்ஸை எடுத்து அதுலேருந்து நம்ம ஃபேப்ரிக் ஆக்குறோம். ஸோ without killing the silkworms, producing the silk is called as a ahimsa silk. Okay, then traditional silk manufacturing methods involve boiling the cocoons of the silkworms. என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க, boiling the cocoons of the silkworms and then sorting out the thread, separating the thread which is used later in the silk production. அவங்க என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க, silkwormோட cocoon மட்டும் பாயில் பண்ணி அதுலேருந்து அவங்க என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க, threads செப்பரேட் பண்ணி it's used in the production of silk. Now it has been supported by many people who are interested in the welfare of animals. Welfare of animals, it's a care in taking care of the animals, and they are very interested in it because without killing the silkworms, this way they have taken. Okay, now animal protection and maintenance. Protecting animals is like protecting our own children. நம்ம animals எப்படி protect பண்ணுறோமோ, நம்ம children எப்படி நம்ம protect பண்ணுறோமோ, likewise we are protecting the animals also. They are living things similar to the human beings. நம்ம எப்படி human எதுவாக இருக்கிறோமோ, ப்ரொடெக்ஷன் நம்ம எடுத்துக்கிறோமோ, they are also living things only. Okay, அவங்களும் உயிரினம் தான். ஸோ அவங்கள வந்து எப்படி டேக் கேர் பண்ணணும்னு, இட்ஸ் அ டியூட்டி டு ப்ரொடெக்ட் ஆல் த லிவிங் ஆர்கானிசம்ஸ் ஆன் எர்த். ஸோ நம்மளோட டியூட்டி என்ன, டு ப்ரொடெக்ட் ஆல் த லிவிங் ஆர்கன்ஸ், வாட் எவர் த லிவிங் ஆர்கானிசம் ஆன் எர்த். நவ் த ஹியூமன் டெண்டன்சி டுவர்ட்ஸ் அனிமல்ஸ், நம்மளோட டெண்டன்சி டுவர்ட்ஸ் அனிமல்ஸ் ஷுட் பி considered to protect and safeguard the animals. And நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும், animals we have to safeguard and protect the animals. Hence as human it becomes a great response, நம்மளோட great responsibility to what, to take care of the animals. Okay, then the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has released 4 new gazette notifications under the prevention of cruelty to animals. Crueltyனா அவங்களை கஷ்டப்படுறது, அனிமல்ஸை வந்து கல்லால் அடிக்கிறது, இது பண்ணுறது, அதெல்லாம் வந்து cruelty இல்லையா, cruelty to animals in 1960. With this, the protection of animals, we actually protect ourselves and protect the environment. So நம்ம எப்படி அனிமல்ஸை ப்ரொடெக்ட் பண்ணுறோமோ, நம்ம வந்து we are protecting ourselves as well as the environment. So we have to love and protect the animals. அவங்க அன்பாக பார்க்கணும், புரியுதா, அன்பாகவும் பார்க்கணும், அவங்கள பாதுகாப்பாகவும் பார்த்துக்கணும். And treat them as a family members, like our family members we have to protect the animals. So இங்கே பாருங்க, they have given that animals first நம்ம ஃபுல்லாக ஒரு ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு இதுவாக பார்க்க போகிறோம். லாஸ்ட் நம்ம என்னென்ன நடத்தணும்ன்ட்டு நம்ம படித்தோன்னு, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அனிமல் யூஸ்ட் ஆஸ் ஃபுட். An animal raises for its flesh and products are consumed என்ன சொன்ன, eating by human is called animal food, like prawns, crab, fish, paneer and cheese. Okay, then animal used as cloth. Animal skin is used for making woolen dresses and some leather goods like leather bags. Then types of wool, I said alpaca, fiber, mohair, Kashmiri and lamb's wool. And what are the types of silk they are manufacturing? Eri silk, muga and spider silk. So what are the silk, children? Eri silk, So what are the types of silk? So types of silk are eri silk, muga and spider silk. So all these are the 3 types of silk. Okay. Next is, now only we finish ahimsa silk. The Hindi word ahimsa means non-violence. Okay. It is used to describe the innovation. Innovation means new, because the fabric is manufactured in a process where silkworms are not killed. So அந்த முன்னாடியெல்லாம் என்ன பண்ணியிருந்தாங்க, silkworms kill பண்ணி அதுலேருந்து அவங்க பீப்பிள்லேருந்து அந்த thread எடுத்துகிட்டு இருந்தாங்க, silk thread. Nowadays, new innovation means new method they have brought, that without killing the silkworm, they are producing the silk. That is the ahimsa silk. Okay. Then poultry farming, domesticated, okay, or commercially, primarily for what? Meat, eggs, and also for the features. So what are the 2 types? I said layers and broilers. So layers only for the egg, broilers for the meat. Okay, children. So hens and the eggs. Then animal protection and maintenance. Protecting an animal's welfare means providing for its physical and the mental needs. So protecting the animals for providing them physical and the mental needs. Okay, children. So with this, we'll finish this lesson. In the next class, we'll start with a new lesson, children. Thank you.